What is going on, everybody? Chase Crawford here with another episode of According to the Internet. Today, joined by Tyler Patt, YouTube superstar originally from Baton Rouge, coming in hot with his LSU hoodie and some shorts with a negative 25 wind chill today.
Absolutely.
Tyler, what's going on, man?
Not much. Just relaxing on a day off of work. Been through a lot in the past couple days, as I was talking to you about earlier.
Yeah.
Well, just kind of trying to get through. I've never had cold weather like this before, so just kind of experiencing that for the first time.
Yeah, man. Originally from the South, maybe catch us up a little bit on growing up in the South and then randomly moving to Ohio and tracking it all on YouTube along the way.
Right. So, yeah, I was born in Baton Rouge, and I lived there my entire life, except for a year I moved to Mississippi, but that was just kind of a little hiccup. But I've been there for Mississippi was not my shining moment of life, but yeah, I grew up there. Been like a huge LSU fan forever, and that was like my main thing. I've been like almost all the LSU basketball games. I had season tickets. That was my thing. I started working at a Canes down there, which is like Skyline to Cincinnati. Like it's just everywhere, and everyone loves it. That's
Mhm.
like Canes is, except even more ridiculous. And I've been doing that I started in 2011, been doing that since. And I had a friend that worked with me. We were just like, look, we want to move. I just wanted to go somewhere different and cold because I like cold.
Mhm.
And that's not a thing you get there very rarely. And he just wanted to move. He's just like, I just don't want to be here. So we knew that Cincinnati was kind of a growing market for the restaurant. Called them up. They said, we're hiring rapidly because I'm sure you've seen the Canes has popped up everywhere recently.
Mm-hmm.
And within a month of making that phone call, we were here.
Wow.
So it was a quick transition.
Someone from Jamaica just called my phone. Don't know why.
Should answer it. Those are always not scams.
Yeah, probably someone from Firefest looking to get paid.
Right.
Speaking of Firefest, let's just jump right into it, man. WinterFest.
Yeah.
So some chaos happened over the weekend up in Columbus.
Yep.
And at least from the social media side of things, from what I saw, it looked like promoters rented a venue who may have not had experience running events that big.
Right, and it was a big venue. Like it was really large, but I'd say maybe a quarter of the room was full.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So there's posts saying that they didn't expect that many people. But there's people that also posted texts, like promoter texts, saying that they sold 10,000 tickets and they were overly excited.
Huh.
It's like, well, I don't know how you can be prepared if you sent out like a mass text saying that. But it was pretty horrible because, I mean, like, so the line wrapped around from like the middle of the building all the way down, around the side, and all the way down the other side.
Okay.
And I was in the middle of the backside, and
Okay.
it took us an hour and 15 minutes to get halfway to the door.
Okay. So for people who are at home who might be a little lost right now,
Right.
WinterFest, this big concert that happened in Columbus, Juice WRLD and
Kevin
Gates were performing. So I guess a little bit about what happened is people were waiting outside.
Yeah.
Girls in crop tops and short shorts waiting outside for an hour, 2 hours. And
I think the longest was like 4 hours.
yeah, and this is in teen, maybe low 20 degree
it was
temperature.
like 22, 24, somewhere like that.
Yeah. Just like a lot of unorganization from what I saw on social media.
Yeah.
Artists showing up late, artists
Yep.
not doing meet and greets that people paid for.
Yep.
And then on top of that, they were turning away people at the door who had paid for tickets because they were saying that they oversold the event.
Yeah. I mean, people waited outside for like 4 hours, and then they shut the door. Like, people were like screaming as a chant outside, like, let us in. The whole crowd.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was getting nuts. People, like, cops were shoving people out the door because people were trying to get inside. They were only letting 2 people in at a time.
Oh, my.
Yeah, so it was impossible. Like, we had to skip the line and go to this huge crowd and barrel our way in the door to even get that far. And then, you only paid for Kevin Gates and Juice WRLD. The concert started at 8. They had a bunch of their friends that don't know how to rap at all perform until 11:15. The only decent part is that DC Young Fly was there.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
Yeah.
about that. Did he? Because they promoted him and
Yeah.
one other comedian were gonna host it.
I couldn't tell you who the other one was. They all
Okay.
seemed the exact. I just know. Like me and my friend looked at him and we're like, he looks familiar.
Yeah.
And that's who it ended up being. But that was fine. But the people you paid for didn't even start till 11:15.
Was DC Young Fly there the whole time hosting it?
No, he came out for probably a 30-minute set. He mainly did either stuff no one knew or he did a couple covers.
Oh, okay.
But,
he performed. He didn't do stand up.
No, he rapped.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Because apparently he either put out an album recently or he's putting one out. Or I don't know. It was
wow.
Yeah.
Of course. Oh my.
That's what they do in their spare time, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah, they had probably a total of 15 people perform beforehand, and I couldn't tell you who a single one
15?
was.
Oh my.
Because it was one random person, another random person, a group of 4, and I don't know. And then all rap concerts, they had 40 people on stage just standing on the side, which I don't why is that necessary?
For hype purposes.
Yeah.
I I at least I heard that, I forget who. There were some artists though putting in bare minimum. Literally just going out there standing, doing a song, walking off.
Yep, I could say, yep. Pretty much the groups of 4, they would just stand there. Half the time they all the rappers had a backtrack. So they'd sing when they want to and then just let it play.
Wow. Hopefully they had the time of their life, because I know people in the audience probably couldn't say the same.
Yeah, a lot of people were just what are y'all doing? There's quite a few chants for Gates to come out, quite a few chants for Juice WRLD to come out. People were booing the other people.
Jeez, it's got to be miserable.
Right, and then Kevin Gates only performed for 30 minutes.
Wow.
And then they're like, "Oh, you got to come off." He's like, "Okay," and they just left. Didn't even fight it.
Jeez. Yeah. And then how long did Juice WRLD play?
So he played from 12 till 1, but he had a big technical issue. The whole thing was technical issues. So Gates had an earpiece that he was I can't hear it the entire time. Every song ended, he was I can't hear my earpiece. Mm-hmm. And he just literally never got it fixed. So I don't know how hard it is to get an earpiece fixed, but
it's super hard to perform, especially in that big of an arena without it.
Yeah.
Because you can't hear, you can't hear anything. You can really only, feel the vibrations.
Right. Well,
so a good thing he knows his own songs.
Yeah, and I don't know how hard it is to, actually fix one for him, though, but I feel it can't be incredibly hard, or to get him another one.
Yeah, I think all that comes down to is lack of people being prepared and lack of people knowing what to do. Because really, that's all a wireless issue.
Right.
But it sounds like it was a big run and gun thing.
Yeah, and then Juice WRLD had a big technical issue. So, in the middle of one song, all of a sudden all the speakers went out, except for, one, and his mic went out. So you couldn't hear a thing. Mm-hmm. And he didn't know, because his earpiece was working. So he was just, sitting there dancing, doing all the stuff during, a break between verses.
Oh, yeah.
And they just had to stop. And then all of a sudden all the lights came on, and they couldn't get them back off. I don't know how you can't turn lights off.
Oh, my.
So it looked like you were at an outdoor concert at 12:30 at night.
Jeez.
Yeah, so that was a 15-minute intermission, but altogether he probably played for 45 minutes.
This is all just crazy.
Yeah, the people that paid for premium, like me and my friend did, it's $120 a ticket to see an hour and 15 minutes of the people you paid to see.
And someone was telling me that pretty much the premium people were right next to the people who paid for the cheap seats. There was no differentiate.
It was
God, dude.
Maybe 20 feet from the stage for their section. Ours was right next to the stage, because I ended up being 3 feet away from people at the end. Mm-hmm. But it really wasn't much of a difference.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I got a couple screenshots of people from talking about the event. Mm-hmm. This one guy, Adam, on Facebook says, "The WinterFest featuring Juice WRLD and Kevin Gates was pathetic. We stood along with thousands of other fans in the freezing cold in that weather. Apparently you oversold tickets, ? They stopped letting people in. People got ripped off. The performers didn't start until 11. So unorganized and ridiculous. You should be ashamed of yourselves." And Daniel on Twitter saying, "Can't begin to explain the shit show that was Ohio WinterFest. Juice WRLD concert, LMAO. But my man played Lucid Dreams twice, so yeehaw." I love that tweet for some reason. It's just hilarious. But
Dude, people were having such a miserable time. Like, whenever the thing with the lights happened for Juice World, people thought it was over and just started leaving. Like,
Wow.
that was bad. I saw a couple of posts on the Facebook page saying that there was people that got carted off having seizures from being, like, that's nuts.
well, this wasn't their first rodeo.
Absolutely not.
Let's move into small town shout out.
Yeah.
You pick a town. We try to guess the population, and whoever's closest wins nothing.
Sweet. So I'm gonna pick a town that's not far. I'm gonna go with Thibodaux, Louisiana.
Thibodaux?
Yep, I'll spell it for you.
Okay.
Okay, it's THI.
Oh wow. I'm already lost.
Yeah. BODAUX.
All right. I'm gonna guess. Tell me about the town first.
It's pretty small. Like, I wouldn't say there's incredibly a lot of people. It's just one of those, a lot of people move in their super country, or they move to Baton Rouge and New Orleans because there's not a whole lot going on.
I'm gonna say 7,500 people.
I'll say 12,000.
Okay. All right. And the results are in. 14,713 people live in Thibodaux, Louisiana.
I'm surprised there's that many, to be honest.
I'm surprised by the spelling more than anything. That's it's a very interesting thing.
If you pulled up a list of Louisiana towns, like, you'd probably be able to pronounce like 6.
Very Louisiana of them.
It's all over the place.
So congratulations, you win nothing.
Sweet.
Rolling into our next topic, the Arctic cold, this cold wave. Everyone's freaking out. I don't care. Like, that's just me. Now watch, I'm not gonna care until tomorrow when my house gets cold.
Yeah, dude. Tomorrow's supposed to be nuts.
But in Chicago, it's apparently going to be colder than Mount Everest with a negative 50 wind chill. And our boy Eli Katana just dropped this book in our group chat about turning your heat up today because tomorrow it's probably not going to work. And don't use your oven to heat the house, and check in on your elderly neighbors, and pretty much all this random stuff. The key is do not panic with falling temps inside your home. If you have heat coming out of your registers, it's doing all it can. Stay safe and bring your pets inside. And that's another thing. I hate that people have to say that. It's like, bruh, if you don't bring your pets inside, you're just an idiot. Right. But yeah, man, what do you think of all of this? You gonna wear shorts tomorrow?
I probably will wear shorts tomorrow.
Oh my.
I wear shorts like all
there's
the
your
time.
Clickbait.
Right, dude. I wear shorts all the time. The only time I wear pants, honestly, is if I wear them to some event that I need to wear them to, or like some kind of work party or something like that. And then I just continually wear them for a couple days. And I just get in the mood for it, and then I stop. But shorts is my daily driver. Dude, like,
I love how you refer to him as your daily driver.
Absolutely. I could probably say I wear pants less than 20 days a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wear this type of pant all the time, but
I used to wear those a lot, actually. I don't know why I stopped. They're comfortable.
What we're talking about is the like Adidas soccer sweatpants, like where they're skinny, like on the calf, and stretchy on the thigh. But yeah, I've been told that sweatpants aren't actually pants. So I'd say that I wear like actual like jeans.
Right.
Like probably maybe 20 to 30 days a year.
Yeah, not much. I wear sweatpants every now and then just 'cause, like, I'll wear them at home just because they're comfortable. But like hoodies, I don't like. If I didn't want to wear a hoodie, I probably wouldn't. I just wear hoodies a lot because they're comfortable. I buy hoodies more than I buy t-shirts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hot take. But what's your take on all this cold, man? You gonna move back to Louisiana because of it, or?
So no, well, I plan on moving back to Louisiana anyways in a couple months.
Okay.
Just for some creative reasons.
Okay. Creative purposes.
Yeah. But besides that, like, I love cold. I like snow. I hate dealing with the snow, but I like snow. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool to go out there and see how it looks awesome all the time. It's cool to play. Like, me and my roommate are still new to it because it hasn't snowed much in the past 2 years until this year, really. And we'll go outside and just screw around with it, which is fun. But, like, driving in it, and getting it off your truck or your car. It's the worst thing. I hate that so much.
Yeah. Just growing up in Ohio, I'm a little acquainted with the cold and the snow, but I'm a little over wearing shorts in the snow.
Right.
But I may go sledding or I may just sit inside all day.
Right.
But for you, making YouTube videos and stuff, it's probably good clickbait.
Yeah, it is. The only thing is that, like, I don't do a crazy amount of stuff in Ohio. The most of the stuff that I film is either traveling or is in Louisiana.
Okay.
So, like, mainly when I'm here, I'm either editing or working.
Gotcha.
So if I can, like, find either the time or the right things to do, the right thing. Like, I just did a couple vlogs over the weekend when my friend came up. So that was cool because, I don't have a lot of accessible things to do.
Yeah.
But this weekend I did, so that'll be coming out in, like, I don't know, a month or so. So that was cool because, I've been wanting to vlog here. I just haven't. And so now I had that chance, which is fun.
Yeah, I mean, there's, like 6 cool things here at least. So...
so I brought her to Jungle Gyms because that's, where are you going to find other Jungle Gyms in the world?
I don't know. Probably nowhere.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it in my life.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, like in Louisiana, you have Walmart.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
good old Walmart.
Yeah, Kroger's not a thing there.
Oh.
Yeah, so Walmarts are everywhere. Kroger's are nowhere.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
and Walmart's the only thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
They have like Winn-Dixie and Albertsons and stuff like that, but it's much smaller scale.
What's like the most like Walmart thing that you've seen in Louisiana? Is it like more Walmarty than in Ohio? Like as far as like people wearing nothing or like
it gets pretty trashy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, and then you go to Target and it's classy rich people.
Yeah, I don't think you understand how much I love like trashiness. Like I will like sit at home willingly and watch Steve Wilkos. That's how much I love like white trash.
Yeah, me and friends like to go out on like Black Friday and stuff like that and just people watch. Just go to the mall and people watch in general. Like it's so fun.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
Yeah, if you're like specifically looking for it, you see the weirdest stuff, which is awesome. If you're just shopping, you'd miss it every time. But like if you're just specifically looking, it's like tons of laughs.
So, some goofs, some gaffes.
Yeah.
A little bit of this.
Little kids falling down escalators. That's fun.
Oh, man. R.I.P. No, I love it. Let's roll into meme of the day presented by my wife, where my wife sends me a meme and I laugh.
Sweet.
If you aren't already acquainted on Instagram, you can find the Internet Podcast at the Internet Podcast, and on Twitter it's at Podcast Internet. I'm just a person trying to be social. I couldn't get the same username on both platforms though because I suck. But we got this great hot spicy meme coming out of the Alpha Gamma sorority, I believe is what it is, and it's all of those pictures where they say like society says, but I am this, right?
Right.
So this girl, God bless her heart, little white girl standing in front of a whiteboard. It says, society says we aren't cultured, but I studied abroad in the United Kingdom.
I saw that the other day. I laughed really hard, actually.
Yep, that's the meme of the day presented by my wife, bro. Bro, you aren't cultured, my guy. I'm sorry, but like, ain't shit different between the U.S. and the U.K.
Right.
Any hot takes on that? Sorority girls are crazy.
Dude, they are. All of them are.
Not all of them, but
a very
I'd say
large
like
margin.
90% of them are a little disconnected from reality.
Yeah. Live in that little sorority bubble, and that's it.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, did no one say anything about that before they posted it, or did they all think it was like a great idea?
And they probably all thought the same exact way.
Yeah, I actually posted that on Twitter the other day, and I got a fire response from someone. Let me find it. It was pretty great. Someone else calling me, man. Like,
to Jamaica?
I must have defaulted on some loans or some shit because people are just calling me all day long now. Let's see. This guy named C. Pierce, Flavortown quarterback. His picture is Guy Fieri and Tom Brady. He responded, "Society says we aren't cultured, but I got billions of bacteria living in my digestive system." I love it. I love it. Please tweet me your spiciest memes at Cheese Crawford, CHSECRWFRD. Let's get it popping into our next segment called Fake News. This is a new segment.
Sweet.
Were you able to listen to the last podcast or no?
I haven't yet. I need to get to it.
So pretty much we made this up last time kind of on the spot because someone suggested that we should incorporate some new segments. Right. So, fake news, I say like an article that's hard to believe, and then you get to create the story from there.
Oh, I did hear this. I do.
Okay.
Yep, I did.
So you did hear this.
Yep, I did. Okay.
So the headline is Toto's Africa to play on loop for eternity in the desert. Take it away.
So I was actually, reading up on this, and it seems like they're going to do this, in kind of spite of all the Super Bowl controversy, because, they didn't like the performers. A lot of people are disagreeing with the people that are in the Super Bowl. So they're doing that for a bunch of people to go see that, and it's just going to continue forever because
I can't is this real or not? Are you making this up?
No, I'm making this up.
I love this. Okay, keep going.
At least it seems real enough, so cool. But yeah, so it's going to be, like a whole gathering, and people are that's instead of paying, thousands and thousands of dollars to go to a football game with people they don't even want to see, just going to go watch or listen to the song forever or as long as they can.
Yeah, I mean, I think my angle of the story is that, finally all the people that want to hear that song get to hear it.
Right.
No one.
Well, you never know. Cause
no one wants to hear that song.
Yeah, so I don't really care for it either. But I've been to concerts before where they play that during intermission and the whole crowd sings it. And it drives me nuts.
But also, is the whole crowd white?
Quite possibly. A good portion.
And there's our crossover.
There you go.
Oh man, that song just gets annoying after a while. The Weezer version's lit. I
agree.
But by the way, did you see Weezer released an entire cover album?
Wait, what?
Weezer released an entire album of cover songs. Because the song Toto did so well. Their cover of Toto.
They actually did that?
Yeah. Or their cover of Africa by Toto. Yeah. So
they
released a whole... Did you know that that song went platinum? Their cover of Africa by Toto?
I didn't know it went platinum either. I knew it was insanely popular.
I'm like... So Weezer's like, man, we might as well just crank out some more platinum hits. Might as well just keep raking in these mills.
Was it some, at least good songs that they covered?
Well, let's find out. This is according to the internet, so we might as well use the internet as our friend. Find something to talk about for 13 seconds.
So actually, if you want to segue right after this, we can talk about that insane Super Bowl missed penalty or NFC Championship.
Oh yeah, because you're a New Orleans guy.
Yep, I was watching it live.
So we got Africa. It's okay. So the song, the album is called Weezer the Teal Album, and they cover a lot of great songs. They cover "Everyone Wants to Rule the World" by Tears for Fears, "Sweet Dreams Are Made of This." Take On Me. Happy Together by the Turtles. So happy together. Right. That one. Paranoid by Black Sabbath. Mr. Blue Sky. No Scrubs by TLC. Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. And Stand By Me by Ben E. King.
That's such a wide variety of songs.
What a great, this is awesome. I'm living for this right now.
I'm going to listen to it on the way home. It's such a different variety. It's not just their typical, it's all over the place.
No, they played get some Black Sabbath, get some Michael Jackson.
Right.
Get some
TLC.
Oh, yeah. Jeremy, I'm gonna kill you. Jeremy left his iPhone connected to his computer. So let's talk about this Saints thing.
Yeah.
This is your pedestal. Take it away.
Yeah, man. So I was watching this game live, and I I thought we were doing great. Like we had it, it's in the bag, gonna cruise down, run out the clock, and it was over. You know, I agree that I've seen different things that say the Saints got all kind of calls their way, which like there was definitely some missed calls where they ran out of time, snapped the play, stuff like that. Like they had plenty of opportunities to get flags there, but they didn't. I get that, but and then they also gave away like the entire last drive for the Rams to tie the game back up. But the entire last play of that drive, that cornerback just straight up, blatantly just pushed the guy out the way, admitted to everybody that he did it. Like said, hey, yeah, I know this is pass interference. I straight up did it. There was like 3 refs like right there, and then 4 of the refs in the game had ties to the LA region. Like, why would you even put a ref in a game that has ties to those teams?
All right, so let's. What are the ties to the LA region? Do they live there? Did they grow up there?
I don't
Do they
know
have family there?
But
are they children of O.J. Simpson?
Good chance.
Okay.
The way they killed their hopes and dreams.
So the ties to the LA region is where I'm getting a little skeptical.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw the article about it. I didn't actually I've heard about it from other people. I didn't actually read the specific article, but I've heard it a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
But I just know that a few of them did. But then still if you if I'm from Louisiana, I don't want to ref the Saints or LSU ever.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be biased.
Yeah.
And then there's videos of 1 or 2 of the refs looking directly at it. Like the ball was 5 feet from the guy whenever you hit him.
Do you think that they wanted to be the guy that possibly made a wrong call though, and that's why they were so trigger resistant?
I don't know, because
I think it's so because here's my angle.
Right.
I have 3 or 4 or 5 maybe different angles.
Okay.
Angle 1.
Okay.
It's so easy to watch it in slow-mo. Like that famous shot on slow-mo where the ball flies by him and he gets helmet to helmet
right.
hit. But in real life, that's a half-second play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But they do that.
But it is
so
their job.
regularly.
That's my second angle.
Yeah, that's what they do for 3 hours.
Yeah,
every single
exactly.
time. And then it was so blatant. It's not it was this far away. The ball was feet away.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It was just so blatant.
Here's angle 3. I don't think the Rams or the Saints stand a chance against the Patriots. Never bet against Tom Brady. First rule of gambling.
So the Rams are I don't know. So if Gurley is healthy, I feel like they'll do great. I don't know if they'll win, but I think they'll put up a fair fight.
Mm-hmm.
But also he ran 4 snaps, I think, against the Saints, which probably would have tilted it a little bit. But the Saints have been crushing it too. I mean, they're 13-3 going into postseason. So their last time they did that, they won the Super Bowl. And it kind of sucks.
Who'd they beat in the Super Bowl?
The Colts.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then but it sucks because a lot of people that whole team gets bonuses as they make it to the Super Bowl. They don't even have to win; they just get bonuses. Yeah. And a lot of people, not that they depend on it, but they're expecting it. And
200 stacks.
Yeah, it's a lot of
pretty
money.
Nice.
Yeah, just to make it, and then that just got ripped away potentially because of that call, which that sucks for anybody to lose that kind of money over someone not throwing a flag.
Yeah. I think that would I think the Rams and the Saints not being able to beat not standing a chance against the Patriots was my angle 3. It doesn't matter who gets through because they're both going to lose, in my opinion. Right. Obviously, you're a Saints fan. Probably kills you to hear me say that.
Well, it's whatever. I mean, I fully understand the Patriots
Sports
are just nuts, but and then the bad part is if the Rams go and they win, it's gonna just spark so much.
Oh yeah, people are gonna go crazy.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be wild.
I think angle 4 is shoot. I had it on the tip of my tongue, but not. Oh wait, angle 4 is never let a game come down to a single play.
Right. Now I've seen people say that too. It's like saying that the Saints lost it way before that. Before
I don't
that
even think
play.
about that. I think just put them away while you have the chance.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because that's like what I learned playing sports growing up is like put your foot on their throat and just
Right. Just crush them.
crush it. Yeah. Don't give them a chance to get up because they might stab you and then you're dead.
Right.
Like
the Patriots and the Falcons.
Put up 5 or 6 goals instead of like putting up 3 and passing around because momentum shifts and all that stuff. So
I feel like being a Saints and LSU fan, that drives me nuts because I feel like they get so far ahead and they just play not to lose instead of playing to win.
Hey, but at least LSU beat the defending national champions this year.
You're right. So
took down
national
UCF.
Champions.
Yeah, so you guys are technically national champions if they're national champions. If that's how we're passing that rope along.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. That's point number 5 is I think that we should have more fun in sports. People were so mad about UCF claiming that they were national champions, but I feel like there should be like the actual national champions, and then like you know how there's like the league below WWE that still gets a belt if they win.
Right.
It's like so then like you get all these like
they have all kinds of winners.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like UCF passes off the secondary belt to LSU, and then whoever beats them next year gets that like fake national championship belt.
Right.
So then you have the real national champion, and then like the second class like for fun champion because it's for fun.
Well, with like American football, which like I feel like the people that win it some people would be like, sweet, we won. And then some people that like know they're like national championship contenders, like the actual one, will be like, did I just get like the loser's winner trophy?
Yeah.
But like, you know what I mean? Because some people like UCF would be like, oh my God, we're the greatest people on earth, which they're not because we beat them, no problem. But
that game was good.
It was a good game.
And I think that if UCF's quarterback was playing, that it would have been like closer.
Right. I don't know. I feel like
wasn't he a Heisman nominee?
He was up there.
Yeah. He finished like 4th or 5th in Heisman voting. Like he carried that team all season.
Yeah, and I luckily
and LSU's whole defense was out. Weren't they?
Yeah, also,
weren't they at one point playing their like 6th-string wide receiver at cornerback or something?
They're regularly getting targeting calls for nothing.
Yeah,
like they were conspiracy wise. There was a thing for Alabama that every single week before they played a big team, they called a targeting call on like their biggest player. That happened like 5 weeks in a row or something like that.
That's interesting.
It screwed LSU too. Not that we we just got crap beat out of us, but would have helped to have our best defensive player on the field.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, I'm not really passionate about too many sports teams like you are. So
outside of those two, like whatever. I'm mainly LSU. Like I'm not even that big of a Saints fan. It's just like the whole thing is dumb.
I used to get really into European soccer,
mm-hmm.
and then and this was while I was in college, and I would watch the soccer games from these sketchy sites.
Mm-hmm.
And one time I got kicked off of the Wi-Fi at my school. Like they blocked my login because I was streaming from these sketchy sites.
Right.
And I had to like go speak to the web administrator, and like he was like, you gotta cut this out. Like no more. No mas.
Yeah, you're screwing
pay
up
for
our
the
internet, man.
Yeah, he's like, pay for the gate. Yeah, he's like, because you're like opening up our whole network to issues. I'm like, you got it, boss. So I just like laid off the crack for a while.
Right.
But yeah, man, sports are a thing for sure.
Did you hear about the change.org thing for that game?
The petition?
Yeah, I can
tell me about it.
Yeah, so they started it with like a huge thing saying like what happened, and they said they were trying to get the game replayed, or at least like the last thing, because like that's in the commissioner's power to do that. And they got in a week, it's like almost 800,000 signatures.
Wow,
which is nuts for a football game.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, in a week's time. I obviously it's not going to do anything, but it might spark a rule change for next year.
Yeah.
Because they were already saying that they want to have non-called plays reviewable. Like that.
Oh, yeah. That would be a game changer.
Right.
I'm just waiting until the day where we don't even have human refs. Like, it's like, I feel like having human refs is like the human error is the part of the game.
Right.
Like, that's like interesting.
Yeah, everything should be cameras. As soon as the flag happens, the whole field lights up yellow.
Oh yeah, it really turns into some like futuristic sporting event.
Right.
I love that.
It'll probably happen eventually.
Yeah, probably the way that things are going. But let's roll into this final story of the day with FaceTime.
Yeah.
The FaceTime bug. Big Brother is always watching, huh?
A little bit.
So essentially what happens is you can FaceTime someone else, and while the phone is ringing, you can add yourself to the call. And even if the other person doesn't pick up, the call will still go through, and then you can hear. Can you hear and see or just hear?
I think it said you could just hear.
But you can hear everything that's going on the other person's end.
Yeah.
Which is like creepy.
Yeah, and that's like Apple strives for security and privacy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge break for them.
Yeah.
Like that, that's not even that big of a deal because, sometimes depending on who it is, it's not, a lot of people are going to do it to their friends probably. But either way, like if it happens to someone big and something big gets out, then that's like a huge issue for their part.
Yeah. I mean, I think the other thing is like if people can do this, then the government's always listening.
Oh, yeah.
I had this this legal counsel tell me, like I was involved in this thing one time, and I was talking to some guy, and he said, anytime that you're saying something to someone else that you don't want anyone else to hear, he said, turn off your radio and turn off your phone. And I was like, what? And he's like, and if you're in a room, turn off your phone and turn on a radio and just talk as close to the person's ear as you can. Because if the house is bugged,
right,
then it will pick up the radio. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't want to know what I was involved in.
Yeah. That's a, like, are you one of those people that covers up their webcam?
No.
I'm not either.
But I see, like, exorbitantly rich people always cover up their webcam, and I know that those people are also in the Illuminati, so I feel like I should start doing it.
Right. I mean,
but my camera doesn't have a webcam, or my laptop doesn't have a webcam.
Oh, like I have a MacBook, so
I bought like one of the like it's I don't even know what it is, but it's a Windows, and it's like for like editing videos and photos. Like I could
you just don't need it.
I could rip off the specs for you if I wanted. It's like i7, like huge solid state drive, graphics card, whatever. But it doesn't have a webcam. And I was pissed when I got it, and I was like, oh, this doesn't have a webcam. And then I was like, oh, shoot. But Mark Zuckerberg can't see everything I do now.
Right. I'm not even worried about it because, like, the most that they would see is me sitting there editing just...
Yeah, exactly. They'd see me shoving my mouth with food every night and, like...
Or just watching YouTube videos.
Swearing at Fortnite.
That's me.
Like, good job. Like,
wait, hold on. Xbox or PlayStation?
Xbox.
Get out of my face.
You play PS4?
All the way.
Oh, man. Bro, honestly, we just need NCAA football to return.
Yeah, it's way better than Madden, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like just the variety of teams, and like Road to Heisman was such a fun game mode.
Right.
And then like building up a school and recruiting people and like all of that stuff was fun. But yeah, we need to get that game back.
Yeah, I always like doing like the road through high school and everything, and being like high school champions all the way through. That was cool.
Yeah.
And then they had where you can link like your college player to your
Madden.
And that was awesome too.
I remember I'd played that game all the time, and I did a couple different careers. I did one where I was the quarterback for Tennessee, and we ran the triple option. And in one season, I got like 6,000 rushing yards because I would never pitch the ball. Like I would just like pound the ball down. And like we'd schedule, like, you know how you're able to schedule like your opponents that are in conference? We'd schedule like FCS #1, FCS, like the trash schools, put up like 800 rushing yards on them.
I used to play like the NBA games a lot, like all the different 2Ks, and you could like back in the day you could just skill up your person without having to do anything.
Oh yeah.
And so you just skill up your person that was like a point guard to like 99 threes and just score 200 points a game with them. It was the funniest thing. And I was trying to break records just doing that. And all I do, I would start a game, shoot threes the whole time, make every single one of them.
I remember one time my internet went out and I got so bored that I started like going through each team on NBA 2K and like trying to score 100 points with their best player in a game. And like that's how bored I was. But anywho, man, where can people find you?
So you can find me on my YouTube channel. It's just the Tyler Patt, TheTyler Patt. Same thing for Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat, but I'm not too active on that. Mainly Instagram and Twitter, and YouTube every week at Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern.
Look at that. And any parting words for the people?
Not much. Just come check my stuff out. Like I promise, I'm putting out good stuff, putting it out weekly. Like I'd really appreciate every single view. And
don't go to WinterFest next year.
Do not go to WinterFest.
No matter how enticing the lineup is.
I don't care who it is.
All right. Until next time, don't drink milk straight out of a cow's titty. Okay.